Alright, this is going to be a quick little video. I'm going to talk about the lesson that running has been teaching me, and a lesson that sustainable weight loss, fat loss, is going to teach you, and that is that you must take things slow. And I'm going to break this down as deep as I can in just a couple minutes. But when I started running, I didn't realize that running was meant to be easy. That running didn't have to be hard all the time, and you didn't have to be going fast all the time. And when I learned that in the beginning, it was super fun. Number one, it was it was just life-changing. It was a change of pace, like no pun intended, but from just always feeling like I had to hurry around and get things done and move at a faster pace than I thought was comfortable. And what running taught me was that running the long distance race, like literally and metaphorically, is only done by taking it slow. And taking it slow is relative to the person. Like each person's definition of what slow feels like in terms of progress on their goals or on their ambitions, anything that might require from getting from point A to point B and effort being given along the way. Everyone's going to have a different definition of slow. And you're just going to have to be honest with yourself on figuring out what slow really means. Because some people, including myself, will lie to themselves unintentionally because they want to be better than their baseline state actually is, if that makes sense. And just because your baseline state isn't as good as you want it to be does not mean it's not going to get better. But the point is that you have to accept where you are currently in order for that baseline to grow. But it's not going to grow quickly. It's just like there's no get-rich-quick scheme. None of it. It's not going to work. It's the same thing. Getting fit quick. It's not going to work. It's a long-term process. But what happens is when you do it correctly, one, the result is always so much better than you had hoped for. And two, even though you took it slow, it's always going to get there faster than you think. It's always going to get there faster than you think. Because if you're enjoying it, if you're doing it properly, time is going to pass in a way that makes it perceive at a more normal, like regular, almost like you're not doing anything kind of pace. Making progress sometimes feels like you're not doing anything, and that's okay. You do not have to feel like you're breaking records every day, every week, or every month, especially when you're losing your body fat, when you're trying to peel off the pounds. And I know it's hard if you've been fat your entire life and you're just sick of it. But again, you just have to accept where your baseline is now. And you can't envy other people what their baseline is. You can't try your hardest to elevate your baseline without doing anything about it. Like you can't just wish it into existence. You have to take action on it. So for example, running slow today, I just got back. I just took a shower from a long tempo run, and I almost started the run too fast. I was doing a guided run, so I had a coach in my ear with me on my headphones the whole time, and that was a great reminder to start off at the right pace, because you're always going to finish faster than you begin. And that's another reason why your journey is going to be perceived as taking less time than it actually does when you're doing it correctly, rather than trying to do it fast and then it feels like you're taking forever. It's just like running. It's literally losing weight. It's just like running. Like a fat loss is just like running. Getting rich. I'm sure getting rich. I'm not rich, but I'm sure it's the same thing. If you're trying to get rich quick, it's going to feel like you're taking forever. But if you do it properly, you go slow, right? What I talked about. And you take the steps as they're meant to be taken. You follow the process. You follow the rules of the game. It's always going to feel faster. And you just have to let that sink in. You have to believe that, and you have to trust it. You have to trust that is going to happen. And you have to just rely on that. And all you can do is put the effort in, the proper effort, not too much effort, not too little effort, the proper effort, and let the results pass by and let the results happen. Because once you figure out that baseline, you accept it, and you figure out where you want to go, chances are that your identity is already shifting. And if your identity is already shifting in the proper place, what I talked about in a couple videos before, is the physical, the material results don't matter, because the person you want to be will already be inside you. Internally, you are already that person. So the physical results will never fulfill you, will never ever fulfill you in any kind of way. It's the internal change that brings a difference to your life. And there's so many different outlets where you can see this happen. And today, running was one of them. That's what running taught me today. It was a great reminder. It was super empowering. I finished the run. It was great. Unbelievable. I never thought I'd be here. I never thought that I'd be able to run 7.5 miles back to back, let alone 10 miles like I did last weekend and like I'm going to do this weekend again. Let alone, I'm going to run a half marathon in the future. I'm going to run a full marathon at the end of the year. I never thought I'd be here, but the reason why I am here is because I started just knowing that I wanted to get better, just knowing that I enjoyed it and I wanted to take part in the journey. And now it's led me here. But if I started my journey like I need to run 10 miles as soon as possible, I probably would have quit already, especially knowing how difficult these kinds of journeys have been in the past when I've tried to speed things up, when I've tried to go way too fast in the beginning. Fat loss is going to be my number one example. You've seen my transformation. Go to my Instagram if you haven't seen it. I'm currently cutting still, and I'm doing it properly, and it's actually working. And I'm implementing the same exact things that I'm telling you guys in this video right now, and you're going to see those results happen. Go follow the journey on Instagram. And if you want to apply to work with me, there's also going to be a link in the description where you can fill out a form and inquire, and I'll get back to you, and we can have a chat about your goals, like what you're struggling with, and I'll help you come up with a game plan to help achieve your goals, and we'll go from there. I said this video is going to be short, but it's not extremely short, but it's not too long, so something to think about.